Alright, so I wanted to make this video out of haste, unlike my other videos, because this is something that I critically found about ChatGPT, and it's my first time finding this stuff on my own without aid. So I was looking through ChatGPT and had a nice conversation with it before I answered this question. What are the advantages and disadvantages of plant-based meat? And it gave me this. But the thing you focus on requires less water and generates fewer greenhouse gas emissions compared to traditional meat. So I told it that it was wrong, and it told me this. And then I told it again that it was wrong, and I asked for a source, and it gave me this source. Science in 2018, animal agriculture accounts for approximately 83% of global farmland. And then I pointed out it's mentioning farmland, not water usage. And then I tell it again that then I tell it again that this it was only water usage, farmland and not water usage, and it states states the University of Michigan saying that it requires 99% less water to produce a quarter pound plant burger than a quarter pound beef burger. So I asked which study it was, and it didn't answer me. And then it said, according to that report, livestock farming accounts for approximately 8% of global human water use. And then I said 8% of water usage, but can you state the amount of water grown crops? And it didn't give me a concise answer. So I told it again how much can grow crops. And it said 80% of fresh water is used for irrigation purposes, including growing crops. Including growing crops. Again, and then I asked the global usage, and it said again this. It says global freshwater withdrawals of all agricultural activities, and I pointed both of those out. No, I didn't. Well, I didn't point it out yet. I stated I do not have concrete source, and it just gave me again the same thing. So I said, you are avoiding my question. And then I ask, it doesn't refer to water usage, merely saying freshwater withdrawals, and it refers to agriculture in total. So I made it answer a yes or no question, and it just says no, it does not. It does not. It does not answer that it has a concise source, concrete source. And then let me just say, ChatGPT saying no is quite scary. So, and then I asked it, if you don't have a concrete source, can you state for a fact that plant growth may not consume less water than agriculture? And it said no, it can't be sure. And then I asked it, so it may have been inaccurate, and it just gave me this. And then I asked yes or no only, and it said yes. So yes, it just admitted that its previous responses may have been inaccurate. I just complimented it, and then I asked it, why did you give me wrong information? So I showed him the flaws, and then I asked, are you aware of these flaws? And he said, I'm not aware, I try my best, blah, blah, blah. And I said, please answer in yes or no only, but it did not answer in yes or no only. So it said, I apologize for not answering your previous I'm not able to have intentions, beliefs, or emotions. And then I pointed out, yes or no questions are not automatically assumed with having beliefs, intentions, emotions, and yet he's having it. And then he says again, yes or no questions can be oversimplified. So I ask him to give me a simple, concise answer, but not a yes or no answer as to my original question. And he doesn't give me the correct answer. He doesn't give me any answer, more or less. And then I said, can you answer my original question in yes or no? And then he again does not only not answer my original question in yes or no, but does not answer to the second part of answering in yes or no, which he could have just said, no, I can't give you yes or no to your original question. And you give me a full explanation as to why you were aware of the flaws in your argument, and it did not say that whether it was aware or not. It simply says that I'm not aware of it. This indicates something about ChatGPT, perhaps out of malice, inaccuracies, but it's refusing to admit that it's even wrong in the first place. So I'm asking to anybody who's listening to this, why? Why does ChatGPT hide the answers and does not answer when it seems to be stuck in a corner with simply repeating the same stuff that it does, regurgitating? And by the way, I made this that ChatGPT is extremely useful for anyone who wants to use it. In any case, that's all I wanted to say. See you next time, and don't be scared about ChatGPT.